Do you remember when Trump was laughed at for stating that Hillary had gotten the questions for the debate ahead of time, and everybody laughed at him, called him names, made fun of him? Anybody remember that? Does anybody remember when Trump stated that Anthony Weiner could possibly have had access to Hillary's classified emails? This was a while ago, don't forget. Everybody laughed at him, called him all kinds of names, trashed him all over all the news stations. Anybody remember? Does anybody remember when Trump stated that Hillary cheated Bernie out of the nomination, even before WikiLeaks mentioned it, like way before that? Does anybody remember Trump stating that, how it was rigged, the system was rigged, Bernie was cheated, Bernie Sanders supporters should be fuming? Does anybody remember any of that? He was laughed at, mocked, made an ass out of on all the news stations. Does anybody remember that? Does anybody remember when he stated that nobody could tell the difference between where the Clinton Foundation ended and the State Department started because they bled into each other, because it was pay for play? Anybody remember that? Remember he was laughed at, mocked at, teased, made fun of, laughed at on TV. Anybody remember that? Does anybody remember months ago when Donald Trump said that the system was rigged because of these absentee ballots being mailed in, and certain people could possibly get rid of some of the, Republican ballots for Trump and keep all the Democratic ballots for Hillary? Months ago. A few weeks ago, some videos leaked out. But before they leaked out, of course, months ago when he first brought it up, he was made fun of, mocked of, ripped up on TV, made an ass out of, accused of false accusations to make him look like something he's not. But then, months ago, after he stated all that, come down the line, just about a month ago, a mailman gets busted because he's dumb, and he puts it right on Twitter, bragging, Columbus, Ohio, that he was pitching Donald Trump ballots and handing in mostly the Hillary ballots. Well, that mailman's in trouble, but all this seems like it seems like Trump might have been right all along, and he wasn't wrong. So shouldn't all these people that were on the news stations bashing him and trashing him and laughing at him and calling him a fool, shouldn't they come out with an apology? Shouldn't they come out with a public apology? Mr. Trump, we're sorry that we made an ass out of you and mocked you and laughed at you and made you look like an ass in front of millions and millions of people on TV, when the whole time everything that you were stating turns out to be true. Does many people remember from the start Donald Trump stating that all these companies moving their companies over to Mexico, putting people out of work, employing people of Mexico for a very cheap rate, actually kind of making a fool of those poor people over there working for chump change, why these corporations make big money, and that they should be taxed a 35% per unit if they're gonna make it in Mexico and then ship it back over here for free, basically, and selling it for a huge profit. And that was his plan that he wanted to do to keep companies from leaving. People said and laughed and mocked them and made a idiot out of them, saying that these companies ain't gonna listen to him. But not so long ago, there was a few companies already planned on going over to Mexico and moving their companies, until Donald Trump started creeping up. They're thinking, this man might win. I better just hold tight because I don't want to move over there, make my stuff, send it back over, pay 35% tax per unit. It wouldn't be worth moving. I would actually lose money. So then I would have to just stay here in the U.S. and not be so greedy and still make out good, but pay thousands and thousands of employees so they can keep their families going. So they're just waiting until election day to see who wins. Because if she would pull up winning, which she doesn't belong, she's investigated twice in 6 months for 2 different things. Now, also starting the Clinton Foundation to pay for play. They're digging into that. If she would win, then these companies are going to bounce and have it their way. And the American people get rammed up the you-know-what again. I guess he was right about that whole thing, too. So again, shouldn't everybody come out and apologize publicly of making a mockery of him when he is right and was right? Nobody's right about everything, but he's been point on. Or remember when Donald Trump had a theory that somebody might be paying people to go into his rallies and cause violence, hurt people and fight? People got hurt, police officers got hurt, man in a coma. I can go on and on. Everybody said he was crazy. Ooh, today, well, not today, they're talking about it today a lot, but about a month ago, 3 weeks ago, it came out on video, people admitting the DNC paying people. And the one guy running the operation, or one of the operations, visited the White House. I'm trying to get my facts straight here. I don't know if it's 96 times or 196 times. It's a large amount. You can fact check me. I really don't know the exact how many times he's been to the White House, but he's visited. So, boom, there you go. That shows you how low the DNC can go, and how the State Department and other areas are just corrupt. You have people in the Senate, Congress has been there forever. They're old. They don't do nothing but collect a salary, a large one. Drain the swamp. Drain the swamp. It's time for America to be America again. Good night.